Good afternoon. I am going to walk through my yard right now and show you some plants and just name off the names as a way to teach you a little bit about Plant ID. So I'll do a series and hopefully I keep it interesting for you. So let's take a look. I'm going to start with Monarda. Something interesting about Monarda, or really anything that's in the mint family, is that it has a square stem. So usually you can kind of roll a plant stem between your fingers very smoothly, but this is notably square. You can see the squareness to that. It spreads by rhizome. Hi, Finn. It spreads by rhizome, so it creeps all over the place if you let it. I like to let mine go a little bit wild, and then every couple of years I check it back. Next to it I have Pulmonaria. So if you know a little bit of Latin and you know a little bit about the human anatomy, pulmonary is your heart and lung system in your body, and Pulmonaria is the botanical name for lungwort. So the spots on the leaves are reminiscent apparently of unhealthy lungs. All right, up here we've got a tiger lily. This one is probably a relic of the original property owner. Beautiful. It doesn't seem to be spreading too badly, so I let it be. Right next to it is a spirea. And I love an Anthony Waterer spirea, which is what this is, because it has just, I think, the brightest pink flowers of all of the spireas and a really true green leaf. Some spireas have an orangey color to their leaf or a yellow color, and I really enjoy the dark green leaf. All right, next to it is a hosta. Hi, Finn. The hosta come in so many different shapes and sizes and colors or color patterns on their leaves. And you can see this one has a nice green leaf, and then this puckering on the leaf is characteristic of certain varieties, and in a plant catalog you would see it called quilting on the leaf or puckering. So when they're describing the different types of hosta in a plant catalog where they might not have a picture, that's what they would call it. So this would be a golden margin with a splotchy green center, and the leaf would be large and puckered. I'll show you some other hostas to contrast that with in a second. Okay, this is one of my favorite ornamental grasses. It's called blue oat grass. It isn't flowering yet, and it might not flower because this has become a more shady spot in my yard and it does like full sun, but it has that beautiful blue foliage that stands out in nice contrast to the dark green of the arborvitae, which is this hedge in my yard along my west property line. It screens out some sites that I don't care to look at, and arborvitae foliage is nice and soft. There's often a cone, so here's a small cone. I'm looking, it's a little bit early to see them, but all the new foliage just expanded, so this part of the plant is new this year, right there, if I can find my fingers. You can see that the difference between the new and the old foliage, or the growth, is where the brown stem and the green stem meet. So from that point forward, that's this year's growth. It hasn't hardened off to get a brown stem yet. All right, what else? Oh, here's one. This twisted foliage, stick my hand in there to show you kind of some scale. It is an ornamental onion. So it's going to blossom in the later summertime. Here's one of its little tiny flower heads right now. Say hello, Finn. Hi. But this will be loaded with flowers in a little while. And if in doubt for this one, you can go ahead and smell it. No, Finn, you can't have that. It'll make you sick. you can smell it and even chew on it and taste like chives. It won't hurt you, but it is kind of bitter. All right, coral bells. There's a whole variety of coral bells. These are purple with a mottled center. So just as there's many varieties of hosta, there are probably equally as many coral bells, and they all look a little bit different. But they have this beautiful purple or chocolatey purple leaf on top, and look at that, you get a treat if you turn it over and look, bright purple. The flower, not much to be desired. There it is. That's the remnants of it. So just a wiry stem with a bell-shaped flower on it. And I'm going to cut it off there because I'm at about 6 minutes. So I'll start another one and send it out.